In this video, we are going to learn about Japanese intonation. The main goal of this video is to deepen your understanding of focus and pitch curve reset, and to show some examples of how focus and pitch curve reset change the meaning of a sentence. This is part 3 of my Japanese intonation video series, so let's quickly recap what we've learned so far. By the way, I'm trying to make this video as viewer-friendly as possible for those who haven't watched part 1 and part 2 of the series. So if you've already watched them, bear with me please, because the YouTube algorithm is not as creator-friendly. In part 1, I talked about 4 basic rules for Japanese intonation. 1. Pitch always goes up after the first molar. 2. Pitch drops after the first accented molar. 3. Pitch drops a little every time a sentence hits a following accented molar. 4. Once the pitch drops, it never goes back up again. For example, 日本にいます. First, the pitch goes up after the first molar, which is ni. Second, the pitch drops after the first accented molar, which is ho. Third, the pitch drops a little every time a sentence hits a following accented molar. The next accented molar is ma, so the pitch goes down a little. Lastly, the pitch never goes back up again once it drops. 日本にいます. Then in part 2, I talked about focus and how it breaks the 4 basic rules and resets a pitch curve. Focus is the key information that a speaker aims to convey most prominently to a listener in a sentence. The key information can be information that's newly introduced or information that's contrastive. And when a sentence hits a focus part, a pitch curve resets. For example, 私は日本にいます. According to the 4 basic rules, the pitch curve should look like this, right? And it sounds like 私は日本にいます. But this sounds weird. The pitch curve should actually look like this. And it should sound like 私は日本にいます. Why is that? Because of focus. What's the focus in this sentence? It's 日本, newly introduced key information. As I said, when a sentence hits a focused part, a pitch curve resets. What does the reset do? The pitch curve starts over from the rule number 1. So ni is treated like a first molar. The pitch goes up after it. And the rest of the sentence follows the rule number 2, 3, and 4. 私は日本にいます. And at the end of part 2, I showed you this example sentence. And I asked you to think about where the pitch curve reset occurs in this sentence. And I talked about how this sentence is pronounced in 3 different ways depending on the context of the conversation. If おととい alone is the focused word, the pitch curve looks like this. 私はおととい買い物をしました. If 買い物をしました alone is the focused word, the pitch curve looks like this. 私はおととい買い物をしました. If both of the words are equally important for a speaker, the pitch curve looks like this. 私はおととい買い物をしました. Now let's dig deeper into focus and how pitch curve resets occur, because it ultimately leads to today's topic, which is same sentence and different meanings. As I said, this sentence is pronounced in 3 different ways depending on the context of the conversation. Let's think about the context and how focused words are determined. For example, how would you pronounce this sentence if you were asked, "Did you go shopping yesterday?" You should pronounce it like, 私はおととい買い物をしました. Why is that? because a person asking the question already knows you went shopping, but think it was yesterday. In that case, the key information you aim to convey most prominently in this sentence is おととい, right? So the focus is おととい and the pitch curve resets before おととい. 昨日買い物に行きましたか？私はおととい買い物をしました。If you were asked, what did you do the day before yesterday? How would you pronounce this sentence? You should pronounce it like 私はおととい買い物をしました。Why? Because you were asked, what did you do? Not when did you do it? So the key information you aim to convey most prominently in this sentence is 買い物をしました。So the focus is 買い物をしました and the pitch curve resets before 買い物をしました。おととい何をしましたか？私はおととい買い物をしました。If someone asked you, what did you do recently? How would you pronounce this sentence? You can pronounce it like 私はおととい買い物をしました because you were asked what, but you can also pronounce it like 私はおととい買い物をしました As I said, you were asked what did you do? So the focus is 買い物をしました and the pitch curve resets before 買い物をしました Also, if you think recently is vague and you want to answer more specifically, おととい can also be the key information. So the pitch curve reset can also occur before おととい。最近何をしましたか？私はおととい買い物をしました。Let's see another example. If you were asked, who will you go to China with? How would you pronounce this sentence? What's the focus and where does the pitch curve reset occur? Pause the video and think about it. You were asked with who. So the focused word is 友達 and the pitch curve reset occurs before 友達. And the pitch curve looks like this. 誰と中国へ行きますか？私は友達と中国へ行きます。If you were asked, where will you go with your friend? How would you pronounce this sentence? What's the focus and where does the pitch curve reset occur? Pause the video and think about it. You were asked where. So the focused word is 中国 and the pitch curve reset occurs before 中国. And the pitch curve looks like this. 友達とどこに行きますか？私は友達と中国へ行きます。But you can see, 中国 is a head-high pattern word, and there's no difference in pitch between と and 中. So you can't tell which word you want to emphasize in this sentence. In the case where head-high pattern word comes right after pitch curve reset, you pronounce the first more of the word with a slightly higher pitch. In this case, the first more is 中, and the actual pitch curve looks like this. 友達とどこに行きますか？私は友達と中国へ行きます。誰と中国へ行きますか？私は友達と中国へ行きます。友達とどこに行きますか？私は友達と中国へ行きます。I think I've shown you enough example sentences to grasp what focus and pitch curve reset are. So let's move on to cases where these elements change the meaning of sentences. This sentence can be interpreted in two different ways depending on how you pronounce it. Can you think of what those two ways might be? If you pronounce it like 昨日注文した本が届きました。It means yesterday the book I ordered arrived. If you pronounce it like 昨日注文した本が届きました。It means the book I ordered yesterday has arrived. The difference lies in whether the focus is on the part after 昨日 or on the sentence including 昨日. In the former case, the pitch curve reset occurs after 昨日. In the latter case, the pitch curve reset doesn't occur. And that results in different meanings for the same sentence. 昨日注文した本が届きました。昨日注文した本が届きました。Let's see another example sentence. This sentence can also be interpreted in two different ways depending on how you pronounce it. Can you think of what those two ways might be? Pause the video and think about it. If you pronounce it like 大阪にいる友達のお兄さんが来ました。It means the older brother of my friend who is in Osaka came to visit. In this case, the person who's in Osaka is the friend. If you pronounce it like 大阪にいる友達のお兄さんが来ました。It means the older brother of my friend came to visit from Osaka. In this case, the person who's in Osaka is the older brother. The difference is if the focus is on お兄さんが来ました or 友達のお兄さんが来ました。If it's the former, the pitch curve reset occurs before お兄さん. If it's the latter, the pitch curve reset occurs before 友達の. And that results in different meanings for the same sentence. 大阪にいる友達のお兄さんが来ました。大阪にいる友達のお兄さんが来ました。I want to end this video with a quiz. I want to see how much you've understood from this video. So here's the quiz. This sentence can also be interpreted in two different ways depending on how you pronounce it. What are those two ways? If you figure them out, leave your answer in the comment section. Alright, if you liked this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.